Okay. Hello. My name is Max, and this is my answers to week two participation. It didn't take long for me to start. So the first question, why is it an important framework, the public health model used in chapter one, facing addiction in America? Why is it important to understand as you build upon your existing knowledge? So first, just straight out of the textbook, it's important to collect data on the scope and the consequences of substance use because by collecting data and the consequences, you're able to conceptualize the real scope of it. Uh, yeah, if you the more data you get, the more you can understand how prevalent it is and how it needs to be changed. It's also important because of the risk and protective factors, which can affect and help the interventions. If you know who's more at risk, if you know how you can protect a lot of people, then it helps better with interventions. You can stop it before it starts. You can intervene before it starts. And then also knowing in all settings which prevention and intervention options do work and how to support them. So once you do figure out how to support the protective factors and stay away from the risk factors, um, getting into them and allowing them to work and supporting them with bills and acts, things like that. And then also, if there aren't a lot of effective interventions, determine if a different route is needed. Determine if there are different ways that we can maybe be going about it, and seeing how effective the interventions really are. And then overall, education on the issue saves lives and keeps everyone safe in the long run by brainstorming ways to solve the problem. So the more that everyone is educated, the more that people can just be in the know and help make a change for the long run. So very important framework to have. So in terms of the information about the prevalence, there was a lot of things that stood out to me and compelling. The first one, that 25% of 12 and older reported binge drinking in the past month. It just makes me really wonder how many of those are close to 12 and 13, because binge drinking at that young age is crazy. And it's just even not the younger ones, the fact that a fourth of the entire population, or I guess from this study, reported binge drinking in the past month a lot. And then also 13% using marijuana in the past month. That's only half of a quarter. So I'm not good at math, but an eighth of the population is a lot. And then going on, the next one that caught my eye was that 65% of the population misused alcohol in the past year. That's almost 2/3. That is over half of the population misused alcohol, not used it, misused it. Um, and then so that's shocking to me. And then also the fact that illicit drugs in the past month was 10.2%, and marijuana is 8.4. I always think that people use marijuana more than illicit drugs, but no, 10% of illicit drugs were more than the marijuana. And then both alcohol and illicit drugs have higher use male than female. I thought that was shocking and sad. And then the biggest one that shocked me was that two or more races and American Indian are the highest for illicit drug use in the past year. I only have a minute and a half. I'm going to go a lot quicker here. How social workers historically been involved in addressing alcohol and drug problems? We have to believe that recovery can happen. We have to have hope. We have to believe that they're complex problems presenting over time and across all biopsychosocial. Treatment is diverse, multifaceted. It has to be connected with different treatments. And you had to know which ones apply the best. Substance abuse disorders, they affect everyone, families, communities, spouses, aunts, uncles, nephews. They affect everybody. And they're also usually co-occurring with mood disorders and psychotic related disorders. What role do we play? We can have policy advocacy. We need a private input, inform and evaluate on different things so we can help create them. We need to empower the community. We need to create movements, and we need to go to marches, and we need to help create change. So empower the community, and then we need to bring values, provide peer-delivered services, inclusion of clients. Language is super important. New language shows the validity of the framework, and the old puts them down. So old, junky, judgmental. New like social substance use disorder. It's much better. There was no specific language that was new to me, but recovery is self-directed and self-talk, internalized. So if you use old language, it puts them down, and new language puts them up and tells them they can do it and empowers them. And terms take a long time to change, but the quicker we do them now, the quicker we'll accept them and make them reality. So yes, that's my presentation.